All right, welcome back, guys. So last week we worked or just reviewed factoring quadratic equations. This week we're going to start solving these quadratic equations, and first method we're going to do is solving them by factoring. Good news is most of y'all did really well on the factoring while we were in class, and then again last week through Canvas. So this way of solving should come pretty easily to most of y'all. Want you to know that these two examples here are going to go with numbers 1 through 4 on your worksheet. So if you can do these two here, you'll be able to do 1 through 4 on the worksheet. And then I'll do another video helping you with some of the others. And I think we'll end up with 3 videos for this one worksheet. And each video will tell you which problems they go with on the worksheet. Okay, so this first one we're going to do right here. Well, first of all, what you're looking at right here is, let's just pretend that I have already factored out a quadratic or a trinomial. So I've already factored it out. This was my answer, x plus 5 times x plus 3. Next, I want you to realize that this is equal to 0. So before, when we were just factoring them, we never had an equal sign, and we for sure didn't have a number over here either. To solve by factoring, we have to have it equal to 0. Well, these two are already set up equal to 0, so we're good there. So let's talk about what we have to have happen for us to solve these. Well, if I need this times this to equal 0, then one of these parentheses have to equal 0. One or both, it doesn't matter. But one of them for sure has to equal 0. So that's what we're about to do. We're about to make each of these equal to 0 to figure out what number would have to go here to make this equal 0, and what number would have to go here for this to equal 0. And then that's it. That's all we're doing. Might sound a little confusing to you, but once we do it, you're going to say, well, this is easy. And you're right. This is pretty easy. All right. So first thing we're going to do, make sure it's equal to 0, and it is. And then we're going to take the first set of parentheses and make it equal to 0. And then over here, we're going to take the second set of parentheses and we're going to make it equal to 0. So we have 2 different problems now, and we're going to solve them. We're basically going to solve for x. And these are going to be really, really easy problems to solve. Most of them are going to be one step. You're going to see one here in a second. That's going to be a 2-step problem. So all we're going to do is subtract 5 from both sides. X equals -5. There's one of my solutions. On the next one, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. X equals -3. There's my other solution, and I am finished. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, that was easy. And you're right. This really, really is easy. So don't put a whole lot of thought into it. Just trust me that how we're setting it up works, and solve it, and you're done. And hopefully we get back into the classroom and we can dive a little deeper as to why we're doing what we're doing. But for now, let's just get it done and make sure we know how to do it. Hopefully we can dive into it deeper later. All right, so number 2, again, it is already set up equal to 0. So it is ready to solve by factoring, and it's already been factored. Again, we had a trinomial. You got to kind of imagine that we had a trinomial. These are the 2 factors of that trinomial. So now we're going to take the first factor, which is 3x plus 2, and equal to 0. And then the other one is 2x minus 5 equal to 0. All right, so you might notice, well, we've got more stuff to deal with here, right? We've got 2 things, where over here we only had 1 thing. So this is going to take us 2 steps to do it. But again, it's a 2-step equation. You've been doing this probably since the 6th grade. So we're going to subtract both sides by 2. There's our first step. Then we're just going to divide by 3. And bam, there's one of my answers. On this other equation, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And then next, we're going to divide both sides by 2. And there's my other answer. And you're finished. So guys, the more you do these, the more you're going to see. Some of y'all are going to find little shortcuts to use, especially on these 1-step ones. Use them. You're probably going to be right. These take a little more thinking to use a shortcut, but again, some of y'all might be able to handle it. I'll be honest with you, on these, I use a little shortcut. I'm not going to tell it to you. If you can figure it out, that's great. On these, I usually go ahead and do these by hand to get my answers. So anyway, that'll help you with numbers 1 through 4 on your worksheet. And then I'm going to post another video to show you how to do some more on that worksheet.